All right, we're looking at the SPY. We see that we had some light volume going in, and we see that when we look at the weekly time frame. And again, if you trade the breakout, that's why I don't like trading the breakouts, and I've morphed into this probably over the last year. Is because you have this, and if you put your stop below the break, I guess, or the low of the day, you got stopped out the next day. You had a little bit of euphoria. But again, if you're looking at from this move all the way up, again, I told you, we only had a few days down. It's like 2 out of 8. So, and then some people might say, you know, I said a lot of positions that I was looking at, I was looking to peel some off or even to take the whole position off. Because if you're looking to trade this stuff, and catch the exact top and bottom, you might as well do something else. Because that's the highest risk, lowest probability shit you could do, and it will frustrate you because you have to learn, and this, you have to trust your system, that your system will give you additional signals, additional trades. So if you don't get, let's say if you took the Apple trade and you didn't get this last one, all the entire move, let's say you pulled off $4 out of a $6 move, and you go see it go $2-3 up, you can't get mad. You can't. You got to say, I'm going to wait for the next trade, because when it does come and it works out, it's going to pay you well. So the reason I was talking about the volume is you can see the volume, and this is the 20-day moving average of the volume, because I use 20-day, there's 20 trading days. That's typical for the daily, but even for the weekly, you can see that the volume is down, is significantly below while it's continuing to go up. Now, there are people that use or analyze the option chain volume. I don't do that currently, and I'm not going to say that what they're doing is wrong. This is what I do, and I'm the type of person that you trade what's successful for your personality. So there's people that trend follow, there's people that swing trade, there's people that day trade, there's people that day trade commodities, people day trade, whatever works for you. But this volume should not be discounted on the weekly time frame. Okay, it's coming up, and again, I could blast you up, but again, this is why I said on Thursday to tighten stops. That was actually the title of my video, to tighten stops, and because we're continuing to grind up. Okay, but it was a hell of a move from the 12th, and again, if you caught majority of it, again, you had a little scare out last Friday, but if you held on based on a daily time frame, you got, what the fuck, you got this Java, boy. Java will update you. I never seen, this is my little rant on Java. Java, what the fuck does Java do? And why? It barely does anything, but why does the bitch have to update every fucking day? Good lord. So, QQQ. Let's focus on the markets, right? QQQ. Continuing to grind higher. Again, the volume is way below. So again, it's breaking here, and you expect some type of healthy retracement. It's not to say that it's the top. Okay, it's just to say, like, people wanted to call the top here, probably wanted to call the top here, any red candle on a weekly, they try to call the top, or the and that's just not the case. So you let it continue, but you see the volume is decreasing. So if you're in positions, you're peeling off into strength, which is where I like to go. IWM, again, that didn't really give much follow through. If you took the break of this high, you're probably still in the trade. The weekly, this one actually is more concerning, because this is not at, you know, getting at new highs. This is actually showing, you know, it might be a lower high, depending if this low needs to hold, 113.84 needs to hold for next week, because if it closes below that, then we have the lower high, and it looks like it could go down, quite honestly, because this is just a retracement, and the retracement is not really giving much. So we'll see what happens next week. The diamond, again, the volume is weaker, so again, I'm looking to say that it doesn't, you are taking some off of the current positions you have and rolling and tightening stops up because of the volume, not taking the position off. Okay, I just want to make sure I have that clear, because I have people asking me that. Apple continues to grind higher. I mean, again, I told people, some people I have, you know, friends trimmed off 30-40% of their stuff, but it's still screaming and looking up, and it's had the same volume. That's, again, it doesn't mean that you peel it off, you tighten your stops accordingly. Netflix continues to beasted out. I mean, when I was looking at this one for 425, I looked at the 500 month. I have somebody that actually was in the 500 month, is at 127, and they're 530. So don't think that you have to day trade. You have to do what is more comfortable for you in your situation. Okay, and this is breaking out highs. Would I buy now? Absolutely not. Okay, I would look for a better type of position to get in. Also, you got Microsoft. Microsoft again is here, and you just tighten your position up and go from there. I mean, again, I wouldn't be buying here. Some people might say, "Oh, this is a cup and handle," but it's just not what I do. I think that they're pushing breakout trades because they know there's a shitload of orders in there, and then they get them and then come down a little bit, and then they rocket it back up. So that's why I always wait for a higher. Even if it goes up, I wait for a pullback to go back down. If it breaks out to new highs, I just wait for another high, and then I got to see where it's within the trend. That's actually what a lot of people don't look at, which is why you see a majority of people just taking any 1-2 bar pullback on anything and moving forward. So the banking sector, Bank of America, again, it had that settlement and moved up. I don't know why, but again, it's something that I will still keep on my watch list to look at. You have Goldman Sachs continuing to look good. Weekly, it's still grinding up. Again, you have that grind up. It just keeps coming back and forth. So we'll see what happens with that. You have Tesla. Tesla looks like it could be a small. Let me see what this retracement looks like. Let's take it from here. Yeah, it could be a continuation if it breaks above these highs. It might be some small risk as well. It's only like what, $4 or something like that. So again, you have to see where it is within the trend. Yes, you have to see where it is within the trend. It might be continuation of wave 3, and it gives a small risk if it breaks below this and continues to the upside. So that looks like it could be a nice trade setting out for Monday. Solar City hasn't really done much. Let's look at Plug. Plug really hasn't done much. 3D I would kind of stay away from, quite honestly. And you have Priceline. Somebody asked me to analyze Priceline. And Priceline, if we took, okay, let's see if we can try to see what we got going on here. So Priceline, if we have this, let's say we take it from that low, it retraced back to almost the 50%, I think. So this is, let me see what that line is, 50%, okay. And again, I would probably be getting at the 1300s or something like that. And you see the increase in volume, so that's pretty good, and the volume for the seller side. So I think that this one could actually be a dip that could be bought. I got to double check some other stuff that I look at, but Priceline actually looks pretty good. Let me take this off to not bias, give me any bias. You have some higher lows. If this one breaks below this high, again, you're going to be risking about $17 on the common. It could continue higher because, again, let's look at the weekly. Weekly looks okay. I mean, it's, again, we'll see how this one plays out, but this would probably be the dip. And of course, if you're looking at from back here, this could be the dip that could be bought as well, because it is around at 38%. So it hasn't given a retracement of more than 50% to kind of give you caution. So again, this would be, yeah, this could be a pretty good trade actually. So let's see what Priceline does and continue from there. Again, if you get a little small pullback, do not start calling tops and stuff. That's probably the most annoying thing ever. So we'll see how it works out. But again, Priceline looks pretty good. Take care.